Hello, this is Dr. Evil Genius, and I will be doing my take on the voice of Elizabeth Bryce from the Epoch of Disharmony. The section I have chosen for this is her speech in the Crimson Sanctuary, the sermon that she gives to her cult. Alright, here we go.
Brothers and sisters of the Order, you honor me with your presence this day. If you would further continue that with your attention, I promise I will return it to you much more awake and alive than it used to be. My return this morning was one of victory and excitement. Those of you who hate King Dromund just as much as I do. Indeed, that is an apparent feeling. Is that not why most of us are here? Constable Merton Felick died at my hand yesterday. Many of us felt the sting of his law enforcement, spent time in irons, in cells. Some of us even escaped from those cells. It is worse, martyrdom. And some of our order still work toward their freedom because of his actions. But no longer will he be causing us trouble. I highly doubt Dromund was prepared for this loss. So this brings me to why we are assembled here today in the presence of our Dark Father. We are not meditating on our recitations, revelations, or prophecies. Those will come to pass in their own time and soon. I have seen things that cannot be denied, as I've said before, but there's a kingdom just waiting to be subjugated as they have done to all others for centuries. Is it not evident that I forfeited my citizenship upon my affirmation of faith? And is that not the same for those of my race here? Let us not be distracted by this. I was never truly Hylian. Only a quarter of me ever really was. I am not of this plane, and we are above the laws set before us. Remember what we have learned, both old and new Crimsonites. The only laws that apply to us outside the sanctuary are loyalty to one another, and that we only submit to the authority of our master, Sir Benetton. Yes, I said his name. No, you probably still shouldn't. All hope must be extinguished for the Hylians. There is much animosity towards them, and many of us here have distaste for them for our own reasons. We are not forming a nation here. We are fellow believers of my creeds, worldviews, and races. Some of us would kill one another without a thought outside these walls. What I propose is a change to what we're all used to hearing. You've trusted me this long, so humor me. Raise your hands if you're sick of it! Sick of only being able to truly express yourselves behind closed doors, beyond the reaches of consensual belief in society. What we do is frowned upon in most cultures, but that is because they are restrained by their traditions. The arguments that hold superior merit are the ones held by survivors. Bounties mean nothing. Civil society should be bound by the principles that unless what we do harms others, that we should be left alone. And if we do happen to harm others by what we do, anyone who opposes us will also be harmed, and to the highest degree if possible, I might add. After all, it's the only way Dromund will understand, as well as any monarch who gets in my way. The Gerudo, however, have graciously given us this land in return for our non-aggression. They know not to get in our way as long as we stay out of theirs. Do not compromise this agreement. I cannot remind all of you enough. And of course, my apologies to any Gerudo here for my reiteration of policy. The throne of our Dark Father should sit on when he returns is that of the one in Hyrule Castle. We must prepare the way for him. Have you not heard the whispers in the dark? It is time to rise from our hiding places and strike down all who interfere. In his name!
Well, I hope that you've enjoyed my little reading of the Crimson Order's big old sermon mabob. Kind of hurt my throat a little bit, so I'm going to stop talking now and post this on YouTube. Enjoy!